Thank you for tuning in to Work at Bird Sessions, coming to you from Coop Studios here in Boulder, Colorado. Our show is dedicated to promote talented musicians and introduce them to our audience. You can subscribe to our YouTube channel below, watch any of the most recent or past episodes. You can like us on Facebook and Instagram, and I do tweet now and again, so you'll see me there. Also, you can become a supporter on my Patreon page. That helps fund this program by either contributing per episode or monthly, so please check that out at patreon.com/workitbirdstudios. My name is Christopher Wright, your host. Our videographer today is Jesse Albanese from Wild Acorns Media, and Taylor Marvin, right here from Coop Studios, is the man running sound for the session. Today we have Strange Americans with us in the studio from Denver. Hey, guys.
Hey.
How we doing?
Great.
Excellent. Thank you guys so much for being here. Really appreciate it. Such a pleasure. Let's do some introductions. Go around the room. Tell us a little bit about yourself.
Hey, I'm Murray, play keys,
Murray.
some vocals over here.
I'm Trent, play guitar and eat wings.
My name is Michael. I play drums.
Nice.
My name is Matt, I play guitar and sing.
Trevor, bass player.
Trevor, the bass player. All right. So why don't we jump right into our first song here? What's the first song you got?
This is called Till You're Told.
Till You're Told, and I was told that you have a music video coming out for this.
Yeah, it came out a couple weeks ago now.
Great. All right. This is Strange Americans from Work at Bird Sessions.
Everyone's gonna find out. 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 Everyone's gonna find
Awesome. Very cool. Sounded great.
Thanks.
Why don't we jump into the next one? What do you have for us on the second one?
This is another song off of Borrow You Brother, our 2017 LP. It's called Some Punches.
Some punches. Right on.
Run it out on empty, you know you get there soon. Your bells on and smiling sorta, you're pushing through. Something where you don't know what, you're gunning for height. You figure you get that corner office if you're staying right. Singing your praises down in sales, so you got what it takes. You hit with all the dough, people say 'cause you're tough. Well, no one called us out when we were kids, put our games to an end. You're ahead of the next guy, the one who was your friend.
Thank you.
Very nice. Very nice. Cool. You guys have a great rock sound. How long have you guys been Strange Americans performing?
We are coming up on 10 years this year.
10 years.
Yeah.
My goodness.
Yeah, it's been a while.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's great. And is this the original lineup you have here?
We have, this lineup's been with us for a long time. Michael has been with us, our drummer, for about, I want to say, 6 years.
I told someone it was 4, so I'm pretty
We'll
bad
call
at
it 5.
friends.
Let's go 5.
Five. Break the. Yeah, right.
Trevor, our bass player, has been with us since pretty much the beginning. I think you played our initial CD release.
Yeah.
That might have been your first gig in 2010.
Right
and
on.
then and the rest of us have been here from the beginning.
Very cool. A lot of interesting sounds. Very cool. Some influences, like who want to just out of curiosity, some of your influences.
Yeah, it's funny. I think we're very creative people, and sometimes we're actually writing for our next record cycle right now. And Trent and I were writing on Friday. We came up with a couple demos, and I was listening. I was like, "Oh man, that sounds like the Strokes," and then I was like, "That sounds like Wilco," and that's
Right.
And I don't think we necessarily intentionally do that every time, but I think historically we've built this band on older traditional music like the Band or Springsteen or classic rock type influences, but also newer stuff like Wilco. And
I was hearing some little Radiohead influence
Sure.
in there, and some of that. I'm sure that everybody's got that kind of influence.
yeah, I
in some-
think
some
as our first record in 2012 is more kind of straight ahead Americana, a lot of acoustic instruments and harmonicas and 3-part vocals and stuff. And as we've grown, we've sort of been a little bit more experimental and welcomed sort of a wider sonic palette.
Yeah, that was one of my questions. So how has it evolved necessarily? So it started off in like an Americana kind of sense and kind of has moved a bit from there.
Yeah.
I think we probably as artists don't always listen to the same music, so we don't also like to maybe write the same music. So I think just over time you listen. We're always seeking inspiration from different places, whether that's Radiohead or Neil Young or My Morning Jacket, whatever.
Yeah, absolutely.
And so like we're always kind of just trying to do things that sound good to us, and then it evolves from there. So I
Gotcha.
think like we're always interested in how textures can fit together and how like the sonic territory can be challenged a little bit.
Well, we were talking in the van the last time we were driving around about how we think we're getting close to 10,000 hours together or something like that playing music. And I think it takes that long to get to know each other and be comfortable to expand and explore and still be able to lock in and sync up together.
Gotcha. So when you first started this project, did you? What was it like? Did you have a distinct direction that you decided that you thought you might want to go in, or were you like, well, I like this, so we'll see if somebody else has got
Yeah.
something to add to it,
Well, typically our typical spiel for this is that we met on Craigslist. And so
Oh, is that right?
Yeah, so Trent answered an ad that I had, and at that time I was like, I went to music school and I came home and I was like in an apartment and I was trying to like use a synthesizer to play guitar parts, and I was like, I really need to meet a guitar player. So, that's how I met Trent, and I think we just kind of, I had met with a lot of people, but Trent was the first person that when we got in the room together, we were like, okay, cool. Like I think we play well together. We have the same ideas kind of, and when we sent each other music, it was kind of like, yeah, this is all kind of making sense.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So you met everybody on Craigslist then?
Yep.
Murray and I played in a band. Murray and I played in a band together prior to this band. So like, yeah, once Matt and I met, we started building, a group. Murray came along, and Michael came along a little later, and that was because we knew him from the music scene.
Gotcha.
And, Trevor was Craigslist,
Oh, that's a
I
great
believe.
question.
Yeah,
You know, some people you meet on Craigslist and you feel like you've known them forever.
that's great. Yeah.
And it's Trevor, good old Iowa boy.
So how's the Denver music scene treating you guys?
Awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like we have tons of friends in the music scene. A lot of us play in multiple projects. And,
Oh, good.
So we're all kind of, woven into the scene. And some of us tour with other projects and stuff too. So it's really overall just a super collaborative, positive place to make music.
Dynamite.
Yeah.
What about touring for you guys? Do you guys do some touring?
Yeah, we do. Our biggest year, I think, was 2017, and we played maybe 75 shows that year. So that's like a big year for us at this point.
Yeah.
Quieted down a little bit last year, and then kind of going into the writing cycle again now. So I don't think this year will be quite as big, but when we release the next piece of music, whatever it may be,
Yeah.
we'll probably do.
So new album for 2019.
Yeah, it's TBD.
TBD. All right.
Where I personally, and we haven't really talked as a band yet, but I personally am. It's been a while since I've written songs in like batches.
Yeah.
And it's feeling really good to just be like, have the microphone set up, and just go make the demos and
See what
be in
happens, yeah.
creative mode and
Yeah.
not worry too much about other stuff.
I hear that for sure. So February 22nd, tell me a little bit about that date. It's a red letter date, isn't it?
Yeah. What do you mean by red letter date?
I don't know. I was just quoting Back to the Future.
Sure. Yeah.
Just kind of came out.
February 22nd is a Friday. We're gonna be playing with Gasoline Lollipops and Fox Feather.
Cool.
at
Like
the-
both of those guys.
Yeah, great bands. We'll be at the Gothic Theater that night.
Right on.
It's our first time playing the Gothic Theater, so that's kind of a exciting promotion, I guess, if you will,
Yeah.
for us as a band.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, I think that's going to be a heck of a great like rock and roll bill. I think that was going to be awesome.
Yeah.
I'm going to try to make it out for that for sure. So I just want to touch on where people can get your albums and your website and things of that nature. Quick plug for that.
Sure, yeah. The central location is strangeamericansmusic.com.
StrangeAmericanMusics.com. I'll put that all on YouTube link and show notes and all that jazz. So
Cool. Great, thank you. And we're everywhere. We're on Twitter and Facebook and Instagram. And someone else talk about the other ones that I don't know about. Is that it?
the usual suspects, is
That's
that
the
it?
main-
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
The main forums in which we participate. Yeah. We're on Spotify and Apple Music, right?
Yep.
Great.
Yeah.
Cool.
MySpace?
MySpace?
I think
Is
it's
that
gone.
still in
Reverb
operation? Is MySpace still running?
It is there, but I've seen profiles disappearing, so I think they're clearing out and stuff finally. That
Yeah,
Nobody wanted
okay.
up on the internet in the first place.
Gotcha. I gotcha. I think I had a MySpace, and I don't know. I somebody was saying that it's still in operation. It's great, and I'm just like, really? It seems every time somebody mentions it, I kind of chuckle a little bit.
I have some old projects I would love to disappear from the internet off of MySpace, so hopefully it's on the way out.
Well,
They gave it a good try. Wasn't it Justin Timberlake that bought it?
I think so. Yeah, I think you're right.
He gave it a good try, but all good things come to an end, I suppose.
Absolutely. Well, speaking of which, we've got time for one more, actually, guys, if that's all right.
Absolutely.
Dynamite. What you will be leaving us with today?
We're going to leave you with a song called Heavy Electric. It's an older tune for us from 2012.
Heavy Electric. Great. This is Strange Americans from Work It Bird Sessions. Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.
Thank you. Dark fill the night like a blanket outside a corner record store. Inside some kind of fight. You see, your stuff might go over pretty well in New York. Every time I turn around, there's something hurt. There's a kid in me that says I get what we deserve. Lights, ghosts making shadows. Like my unsettled boots in these unsettled streets. Face the pulse of the night.
electric on me. Every time I turn around, something to learn. There's a kid in me that says to get what we deserve. Fill the night like a blanket outside a corner record store. Inside some kind of fight. You see your stuff might go over pretty well in New York. Every time I turn around, there's something to learn. There's a kid in me that says we'll get what we deserve. And every time I turn around, there's something to learn. There's a kid in me that says we'll get what we deserve.
Bravo, guys.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thanks for having us.
You weren't gonna go back into it. You weren't gonna go back in, were you?
No.
One, two. Oh fuck.
Heavy electric reprise.
Nice. Very awesome. Very
Thank you.
great way to end the show. I'd like to thank Strange Americans for being here on the show today. It was a wonderful pleasure. Wonderful pleasure. Thanks,
Thank you
guys.
so much.
Yeah, thank you, Chris.
You bet. If you're a fan of Colorado music, please help support this program by becoming a patron on our Patreon page. That's kind of tough to say. Just go to patreon.com/workitbirdstudios. You can contribute per show or monthly subscription. Any amount is highly appreciated and rewarded, so please check that out. You can subscribe to our YouTube channel by clicking subscribe under this video. I'd like to thank Jesse Albanese from Wild Acorns Media for video production on these sessions, Taylor Marvin for engineering today's show. For more information on Strange Americans, go to strangeamericans.com,
StrangeAmericans.music.com.
strangeamericans.music.com, and put that information on the YouTube link for this episode. Lastly, I'd like to thank Jim Krzaniak, Eric Singer, and all the staff here at Coop Studios for all professional guidance for Work at Bird sessions, and of course, our Patreon supporters. Thank you very much. Any last shout outs for, let's plug the show one more time. February 22nd, Gothic.
Gasoline Lollipops and Fox Feather on the bill. It's our first time there. It should be a great show. We also have a new music video out for the song Till You're Told, and that's on YouTube.
Great. I'll put the link to that one as well.
Perfect, thanks.
Great. Have a great day, guys. Have a great show on the 22nd.
Thanks.
And thank everybody for tuning into Work at Bird sessions here from Coop Studios in Boulder, Colorado. The end.